What's up, guys? I'm back. Had an amazing trip in Buena Vista, Colorado, celebrating my son's 3rd birthday, which is actually today. And I was with my sister, her husband, and their kids, and all our cousins are close in age, so they all play really well. So it's cool to see that. And this morning, I dressed up in a huge blow-up shark costume and surprised my son and gave him a gift, and he loved it. He was all smiles. So mission accomplished. We also went out to lunch at this cool airplane restaurant where the kids go in the cockpit and there's all these buttons to play with, and it's an actual plane, an old plane that has been, refurbished. So it's pretty cool. So awesome day, awesome weekend. So now I'm back. I feel fresh, and let's make some money, guys. So first off, I wanted to talk about NVIDIA, okay? Now, NVIDIA, I do not want you guys to ever forget that this is a great company. It's the #1 company in the world, in my opinion, and that the stock's gonna bounce at some point because it's more than just these AI chips that they're making money from. We know demand is through the roof, okay? And we know that the mega caps are spending heavily, but there's gonna be other companies as well as governments, sovereign spending, okay, with their AI chips as well. And let's not forget the money they're gonna make off of services. Think of like Apple, the money they make off of their services. Yes, they sell an iPhone, but it's their ecosystem, what they make after that. That's what's not priced into the stock, in my opinion, okay? Is the services revenue down the road. Also, with the platform that they use, there's a lot where they can make money, guys, off of what they're selling, okay? So know that. That's why never take your eyes off the big picture that NVIDIA is going to be a long-term winner, guys. That's why I say always hold some in your long-term account. And when you hear me on my channel here, I'm talking about short-term. Yes, I do think that the stock could come down a little bit. I'm looking at the charts. There's a downward trend line that could be starting. Maybe 112 it can go down to. Like I said, it's possible it goes lower. I've said lower 100s or 90s, but I just think it's too good of a company. And just because they missed slightly on their gross margins, that was not enough. That's not enough to send the stock down that much, in my opinion, but you never know. Okay, it could be a lot of profit taking. So this is one we want to wait and see, but I do see resistance now at 124. Remember, the stock was bouncing off of 124 for a while and going up to 128, 129, 130. But now that 124 level broke, and now it's serving as resistance. A couple of times it went up there and it bounced off. It got rejected. So we need to clear 124, close above that. That would be a good sign for NVIDIA if you want to wait for some momentum up. And then the downside, look for around 112 where you can maybe start a small position. Hope it bounces off that downward trend line, okay? So that's NVIDIA. Again, best company in the world, so never lose focus. I'll always be trading that in my short-term account and keeping it long. Remember, do not touch in your long account, okay? When you get good buying opportunities on dips, you can add to your long account, okay? Because we're talking about a stock that could potentially make you rich one day. You don't want to look back and say, I can't believe I didn't hold NVIDIA, with this boom that I believe is just getting started, okay? Now, for the small cap stocks, we saw the IWM pop late in the day on Friday, which was a nice surprise. And we'll see if that can continue first thing today. Obviously, it's a shorter week, so it may be a little different. But the one stock I'm focusing out of the small caps right now is Upstart for the most part. Okay. Also, I mentioned IPSC as a biotech play, and then IMMR. Okay, those will be smaller positions. Okay, but Upstart, I was recommending this when it was in the low 20s. Okay, even before that, a long time ago. Okay, I've been tracking this since 2019, and that's why I've seen the price movements, because I've watched it pretty much every day since then. And so this is one that it dipped from, it went up to 45, came down to the 41s. Even though this is double where I was recommending it at the average, I still think this is one you got to be in, because it can go much higher because all their businesses, are react positively to interest rate cuts, guys. So Upstart 41s, I'm saying even if it's in the 42s, you can start with a very small position. And then if for some reason there's some news that comes out, or maybe the short sellers jump back in, right? Because they've attacked this stock before in the past. So you have to be ready for that. There could be a big dip at any point. We don't know what news, right? What's going to happen. But let's say it drops back into the 30s again. That's where you want to have money ready to put it in this stock, guys. Because I'm telling you, it's going to make you some good money. Remember last year in the summer, it went up to 72. And then there's some resistance up there. But I think it could push up to 72 possibly sometime, between now and the end of the year, okay? That's obviously if the interest rate cut is on schedule, which next month it's supposed to be, okay? And we'll probably have another one by the end of the year. So that's what I'm thinking. But the only reason I say to be careful once the first interest rate cut comes is because some people Actually, a lot of the market is pricing in 2 interest rate cuts or 50 basis points of cuts at the next meeting in September, which is only 3 weeks away now. And so that's why there could be a sell the news event where the small caps of the IWM take a little breather, but that's only if it rips into it. If it's not going up that much going into it, then I think it has more legs after that. But either way, guys, that's just a temporary dip. It's going to eventually climb higher into the end of the year, in my opinion. Remember, these I've talked about the small caps, the Russell 2000, the PE ratio on a forward basis is 10.7, whereas the S&P is close to 17. And fair value for the Russell 2000 index is about 14. So that's a big gain if it goes up to that valuation, okay, as an average, as a whole for the Russell 2000. So Upstart, that's my baby. I've been watching that forever, okay? So take advantage of dips with that one, guys. And then IPSC, like I said, biotech play. I like that because that's at a 0.7 price to book, and I think that's going to go back at least to 1. So that's a quick play. Anytime you get the rip, I said sell at $2 if you want to be safe. There are price targets for a lot higher than that, guys. Like I said, it's up to you how long you want to hang on to these, but I'm not going to be greedy. I'm going to take my money when I get it. But just know, it's up to you. If you want to hold longer, okay, that's fine. And a lot of times, like I said, I'll sell a chunk and then I'll raise my stop loss so I can let it run for a while. But if it comes back down and hits, then I'm out, whatever. I make a profit no matter what. So that's the smartest way to play it, guys. If you want to make sure you walk away with wins constantly, okay, then you can move on to the next one. And then IMMR is another risky one. Anything in biotech, it's still going to be risky. We know that. So don't think it's going to go straight up. And it did already pop, nicely on Friday. So you have to be able to handle dips, guys, with these. And that's why stop limits or stop losses are very important. If you don't want to, lose money, set them tight. You can always get back in later, guys. So that's the thing I want you to get used to, is letting your stop loss hit and not feeling bad about it, or not like before it hits deleting it and then watching it go lower. Because I know a lot of people struggle with that. You got to honor your stops, guys, and move on to the next trade. So you never end up holding the bag, okay? And you can stay in the game. That's the key, all right? So get ready for a great week, guys. Like I said, you don't need to rush in anything. We don't know how people or the market's going to react to what happened with the hostages being killed in Israel. I wanted to point that out because one of them was an American citizen. So we got to see how things shake out first thing. And that's why it's okay with trading. If you want to let the first day go of the week, especially this week, it's only 4 days, remember, because of yesterday or today being Labor Day. So if you want to see how Tuesday goes before buying in, that's okay too, guys. But hope that helps you. Hope you're ready, guys. And I'm here to help you if you have questions about other stocks, right? Especially if you're a member of mine, right? Obviously, if you're a member, I will do the deep dives. I will, respond to you immediately and let you know when to buy and sell if you need help with that as well. And I'll look at, support levels, resistance. So I got your back, guys. But like I said, if you're not a member yet, make sure you sign up, because you're going to get way more benefit, guys, from using me. Like I said, tailoring it to what you guys want, okay? And like I said, giving you the buy and sell times when I do it.